Is that it? Oh, day 12. A big finish or all good things? I thought there were 13 or 14 days to this.
I take a long elevator ride to the surface and make a few calls to get some help. It's a pretty good time to reflect on all that's happened. It's obvious to me that Margaret injected me for a reason. She knew the man I'd become over the last 7 years had become too treacherous to trust anymore, and she was right. That night of the injection, I must have made a deal with the devil to betray her and Mason, and the 50 G's were my 30 pieces of silver. Margaret knew instinctively I was going to betray them, and that's why she broke away earlier. But I think she also knew that the man I was 7 years ago would do the right thing and try to stop the translator. That's why she only erased my memory for the last 7 years. I guess each of us had sins we needed to atone for. Now I've got to find out how all of this is going to play out.
Ooh boy. Time to
No,
pay the
Tex, he's
piper.
not that kind of guy. He couldn't have killed these folks. Mantis, the Morlock, Tex. I've got witnesses.
All right. I'll take your word for it for now, but I'll keep my eye on him before I make any exceptions again. Keep yourself clean.
He lived.
Doing? I can't believe you're down here. Well, I just got your ass out of a ringer. I appreciate that. The real reason I had to come down here.
Chelsea.
But you said that... I said Chelsea needed someone. But you can give her so much more. Now, I've thought this all through. And the only way that I see this working out is with you getting into that speeder with her.
But
The way that you feel for her. That's what she deserves. I want you two to have what I couldn't.
But
Mason gave me a trans-inducer. To use in an emergency. It can take her back to the moment where your memory ends and give you both a fresh start.
But
Listen, think of this as your happily ever after ending.
But do I have to take your speeder because my speeder's over here?
You're on your own from here. Go get your girl.
Even the fact it's shot in black and white.
Thanks for helping us out.
Life, I wouldn't have missed this for a while.
After I give you the trans-inducer, you're going to be pretty confused.
Life thought he was dreaming for a couple of days.
That's why I thought having Louis here would help.
It's always better to have Louis here.
But plus, you got that video we took. If Life and I can't convince you, you always got that.
Thank you, Louis.
You gonna need any help with that injection?
I think we got it.
I'll be right over here.
Chelsea, are you sure about this? I mean, I don't want to change your mind, but this is going to change everything.
Like I told you, Tex, if there was a way I could go back in time, I'd do it.
I feel kind of bad. About...
About Thompson?
Yeah.
Don't. Because what he and I had won't change. It doesn't have to change. I never felt that way about him like I do about you. And he'll always be my very dear friend. And besides, he insists on giving me away.
Well, that's good, because if he didn't, I'd have to steal you away.
No. He's giving me away.
As in, walking down the aisle.
I hope you want to put a new ring on this finger.
Why do, Miss Bando? I do. Are you ready?
I have never been more ready for anything in my whole life.
I love you, Chelsea.
Tex.
Maybe it's not a perfect world, but it's the best I've got. I might have been somebody else over the past 7 years, but I'm ready to leave that behind me. I've been given a second chance, and I intend to make the most of it. I sense this is just the beginning of something bigger, and what comes next may not be easy. But then again, what is?
Yeah, that does look just a little bit familiar. Chris Jones and Aaron Connors once again. Now if only they can figure out how to have realistic running in front of a green screen. Okay, I needed that ending. Huh, that was Steve Valentine. And that was Todd Bridges. I don't know what the next game's gonna bring, but it's being made. It is being made. Yeah, Todd did a really good job. Todd Bridges did an excellent job as Mantis. Steve Valentine was appropriately creepy. But yeah, I'm really sorry about how quiet I was when I was doing that last puzzle. But yeah, you saw how much time I had to get the frequency. Yes, this was an Atlas game. Yes, Atlas helped distribute it. But yeah, I'm very sorry about being so quiet during the solving the last two puzzles where I had to align the frequencies, because you saw how much time I had. I did not have much time to sit there and point things out before the world went kablooey during the second one. But yeah, you just kind of had to spin the first two dials to get the thing go red, then you had to spin the third dial to move on to the next window. You clear all three windows, then it moves you on to stage 2, where you do it again, and then stage 3, and when you do it that last time, boom, you're done. But they did not give you much time to get through all 9 frequency tanks. And I don't think we're done. I do not think we're done. I think there is some extra content. Made in Unity. The only ones that will not be back? This should be the best ending, yeah. The only ones that will not be back for sure are Slade and Mantis. They were pronounced dead by the police. Here we go. Oh, no, not again.
Oh no!
What's wrong?
My speeder!
What?
It's been stolen!
Let's walk.
Okay.
Deja vu? So I did miss 2 comics somewhere. No idea where. Probably somewhere in the Tesla building. Even though I think I went over most of that place with a fine-tooth comb. And found 1 or 2 in there. You know, that's how this whole thing started. And I believe all these were the Kickstarter backers. It's a lot of backers. See, you can have your power back. You can have your power back anytime now. I don't want it. You know, if they ever make another Danganronpa game, you'll get your power right back. Yep, look at how many Lars. Look at how many Matts and Matthews. And Martins. I don't want your power. I don't think this game's done yet. I'm pretty sure there's extra stuff. There we go. Top score. So notice we ended the game on day 12. This is day 13, storage. So basically, this door right here, if you remember, this was the door we couldn't get in. But since we managed to get the top score, basically, we get into this little room.
This is my old hoverboard I got from my Martian memorandum case. On Saturday nights, I push the furniture to the walls and cut loose on the dance floor.
Uncouth, underemployed, and unstable. My friend, you've got it all.
Because we are literally here. I don't think they're gonna... Oops.
Don't forget, call Mom. Here you go, you big baby. You think she'd ever go for a quippy PDA who lives in a pocket?
No.
This reminds me of that time I turned a tortoise over on its back and wouldn't help it. Why did I do that? Your move, creep.
Yeah, not many people wake up from blackouts with new furniture.
I can't lie to you about your chances, but you have my sympathies. You're a disgrace.
Eh.
Hubba hubba! Just another reason for your mother to be disappointed. I feel like we both accomplished something today. Mostly me, though. I guess we know who the real detective is, not you. You call yourself a gamer. Your father always said you'd end up using the hint button. Ooh, well, this is awkward. It is with great disappointment that I say, well done. Nice pimpmobile, Daffodil. Tex, is this hell? Because it seems like hell. It's okay, honey. We can't all be good at things. Hubba hubba. I'd like to add her biological and technological distinctiveness to my own, if you know what I mean.
And it's a sitting room. Good for sitting.
Following video is a slightly mastered version of the Under the Killing Moon ending. Little stuttery.
I've got a system warning on level 18, section J. I'm attempting to override that. Now I'm showing a temporary system failure. Final control is down on levels 4 through 18.
Winter sequence engaged.
I don't understand it. The whole system's going haywire.
5 minutes to self-destruct.
The whole system is shutting
Yeah, it's not any more convincing here, Tex.
All integrity has been compromised. This place is gonna go up like a Roman candle on the 4th of July.
2 minutes to self.
I love you, Sarge.
He had come like a thief in the night, and one by one dropped the revelers, and died each in the despairing posture of his fall. And darkness, and decay, and death held illimitable dominion over all.
So you're working on the Layton games now, huh? I only got the first 3 done. I did like 1 chapter of the 4th one, but realized I was running into some severe problems. So I kind of stopped at chapter 1 there. If I ever get the time and energy to go back and do it again. Yeah, that was from Mask of the Red Death. If I ever get the time and energy to go back through it, I will pick up where I left off with that. But, yeah. I will eventually, one day I do plan to go back and finish it, but got into some technical issues, actually, with it and the emulation for the 3DS. That was the problem. Anyway, we have more movies. Basically the you loaded up the game movie.
Oh, my ex-wife Sylvia. Thanks to her, I know what it's like to have a high heel tear out your heart.
And you were mentioning something about the rocking horse scene?
My most painful childhood memory? It involves this rocking horse.
And we get the photo there.
Aye, Rusty. We hardly knew ye.
God, the music. Okay. Start up something else here.
Hoping to find more information about why sleazy PI Carlos Maldonado has been keeping an eye on my place leads me to a swanky beach house where I'm delighted and surprised to meet an incredibly beautiful woman inside a home medical office. Unfortunately for me, the feeling is not mutual, and she's accompanied by a very lethal friend.
Freeze. What are you doing here?
Well, we had such a charming conversation on the vidphone, I knew I had to meet you. Now I'm rethinking that.
You don't remember me, do you?
Well, I wish I did. Does that count?
We met just once, years ago. So did you really come here looking for me? Or are you here for Mason?
I'm sorry. The correct answer is C, all of the above. I came here to find you, but it's Mason I'm looking for.
Well, you'll have to make do with me. Mason isn't here.
So how do you know Mason?
In the biblical sense, I'm his wife, Ariel. Ariel Bowers.
When was the last time you saw him?
Over a month ago.
No kidding. A wife like you, I'm surprised he ever leaves the house.
We've been legally separated for over a month. He has issues, erratic behavior, periods of deep depression. It got to be too much.
Psychological problems, huh? What are we talking here? He ties his shoe for an hour, or he walks into Burger Barn with dynamite in his pants?
I think it was just a reaction to stress. His work kept him away for weeks at a time.
So I heard your husband was a neurologist, like a brain surgeon or something.
Or something, yes. He worked in neurochemistry, how chemicals influence neural operations.
So who's he working for now?
Mason never talked about his work, even before we separated. But we stayed in touch. This was the longest he ever went without calling me. I got worried and came here. I found Maldonado's number and called to see if he knew anything.
Yeah, well, Maldonado's not going to be able to help as much because he's dead. Is that who you were coming to see on Chandler Avenue?
Yes, that's right. What happened to him?
Well, I'm not sure, but I'm trying to find out. But the trail seems to lead through your husband, who, by the way...
Okay, take care, Anonymous.
Abducted? Now I'm worried sick. What are we going to do?
Well, to start with, if you could think of anything that could help me out here to find him, that would be a big help.
I will. Feel free to look around here. I wish I could stay and help, but I'll give you my number so you can call me later. And sorry about the gun to the head thing.
Oh, it's okay. I've just got one of those faces. Probably look better with a hole in it.
I have my doubts about Ariel Bauer's motivation. She certainly seems to have an agenda which includes more than just her husband's well-being. What's she up to?
I have no idea how to turn that down. Okay. So yeah, it looks like all of these are just the various... Oh yeah, the fist. All these are pretty much just the various movies that we ran into while we were playing the game. I don't see any extra, like, clips from other games or anything like that. Which is kind of sad. Because that would have been fun to watch. Yeah, we can come in here and see just about any movie we want to from the game without going back and replaying it. Unfortunately, we can't actually leave the little storage facility.
Perfect. All I need is one good night's stand.
So we're just kind of stuck in here. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the end of Tex Murphy. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Yeah. Yeah, he has Chelsea now. That's pretty much it. And he has his 7 years ago self back. Yeah, this is a good ending. There are other endings. Don't get me wrong. There are other endings. But the thing is, I either had to get the highest rating and the somewhere I'll find you path where we got, got reunited with Chelsea, or had to find all 20 of the freaking comics, which I only found 18. I don't know where the rest of them are. But, Anyway, yeah. That's pretty much going to do it for anything, you know, Tesla effect related. Because, well, the game's over. There's not much left. Because I can't even go in there and look at the comic collection.
Well, I had this door permanently sealed as it opened directly into my bedroom. People thought that was awfully presumptuous. It's a genuine Ark of the Covenant footrest. Picked it up at a government warehouse sale years back. I've never had the nerve to open it all the way.
Something special, maybe. Yep, just a candelabra. Just a candelabra, that's it. So yeah, let's see. Now that we're done with this, I still have like an hour and a half left.